with Srimad Bhagavatam. We had completed verse 30 on in Canto 1, Chapter 3. So we are going to continue from verse 31 onwards. So we are doing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 3, verse 31. Clouds and dust are carried by air, but less intelligent person says that the sky is cloudy and the air is dirty. Similarly, they also implant material body concept on the spirit itself. Now, this is one line which we have to remember 24/7. The line is this: I am not the body. I am the spirit soul which is covered by a body. That means I am a water which has got a bottle. Now, bottle is not water. Is that correct? So, a bottle of water is water itself. We are not concerned with the bottle. We are not going to crunch the bottle and eat it when we are drinking water, isn't it? So, water is separate, bottle is separate. Likewise, the spirit is separate and the bottle is separate, which is the body. Body is the bottle. So these two are separate. Never mix them up together. Here he is giving an example where he says that if there is dust all over the place, it is because the dust is flying in the air. Now, many of you have traveled by aeroplanes. Do you see water on top over there like a lake when you are going through the clouds? No, you don't see water. It's a cloud. And the plane can pass through the cloud. You have seen that. Which means it is basically a water vapor. It is suspended over there in the form of a cloud. And when it becomes heavy, it rains. So the water vapor comes down as rain. Okay, this is what we know. So if I look at my atmosphere also, when the dust rises in the air, the dust particles are all over the place. So here Sutta Goswami is explaining to Parikshit, or rather Sukhdev is explaining to Parikshit, and Sutta Goswami is explaining to his disciples that the dust rises. We think that it is a cloud. There is a so-called cloud of dust that is there in the air. And we believe it is solid. But it is not. The air is clean except that there is some amount of contamination. Likewise, the spirit soul is not something which is contained inside a body. No. Body is like a bottle and the spirit soul is like a water. So we are pouring water in the bottle, and bottle and water are not the same. We drink the water and the bottle we chuck. This is what happens to the body as well. So the body is destroyed at the end of this life, but the spirit soul continues. This is what we should always remember. And that is the meaning of these words, where we have to constantly remember that we are not the body, but we are the spirit soul, which we always forget. If it is a bottle of a soft drink, we remember the brand name of the soft drink. We don't remember that it is water which is colored and we have something which is, color, essence and various other things inside. So there is this difference. So we should always remember this truth. We are the spirit soul and the body is just a container. We are doing next verse 32. Beyond this gross conception of form is another, the subtle conception of form which is without formal shape and is unseen, unheard and unmanifest. The living being has his form beyond this subtlety, otherwise he could not have repeated births. Now here the answer is being given, why does a human being have repeated births? That means we keep on having birth after birth. Rebirth is something which is expected in this, in this religion. So we say that you are reborn. Now many times we believe that there is no rebirth in this world. Once I am dead and gone, I am dead and gone. There is nothing like you are dead and gone. You have taken a body. Water, if it is consumed by you, let us say if you are consuming water, you are drinking water, it is not disappearing. It is gone inside the body, then it will get converted into some other things and it will get out of your body, and the water is going to get recycled. See, we have learned that everything is recycled, correct? Even the air is recycled, the water is recycled, everything is recycled. Even today if I look at the oil which is there, which we are consuming. Now every day we are putting gas in our tanks, or what we say petrol in India. So we are using that. And we think that okay, it gets converted into carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, all those kind of things. Let us forget that. Somewhere down the line, it is going to get reconverted back into something which goes in the form of trees and all that. And then it is also going to get converted into petrol, diesel, crude oil and all those things later on somewhere in time. Today we have a very big problem concerning plastics and all that. We are very much concerned with it. We are saying that the plastics are going to create this problem and this and that. But in the long run, many years from now, when the earth is totally burnt to cinders, you may say, what are you saying? This is a doomsday situation. No. This has happened many times. It's going to continue to happen. There is going to be an ice age, which is anyway going to happen. There is going to be another, the whole earth is going to burn up. And then after that, what happens? Everything settles down. In the past, it has happened. You think that cycle is not going to repeat again? Everything repeats in a cyclical form. Like the water is recycled, it becomes, water vapor, goes up in the air, becomes a cloud and comes down. The same manner, everything is recycled, including the human body. But that which makes you human, something is making you human, correct? And we called it as a spirit soul. Now today you take up a body of a human being. Now in our life also, do we say that this person behaves like a dog, he is like a donkey? Do we say these words to people or no? When somebody is acting very lazy in our life, do we call him a donkey, or we can say he's a lazy person? So many things. He looks like a gorilla. We say these words, isn't it? And we don't realize that these words which we are talking about could be the real nature of that person. Maybe he was that in his past lives. Who knows that? Do we know that? Because if you are having a characteristic of a particular kind, then don't you think you must have carried it from somewhere? Right? So there is a rebirth always. So here it is being mentioned that there is a rebirth, and the rebirth is something which we need to understand. One is the body, which is a physical aspect. Now we are taking the body from the mother and the father, correct? In the form of an egg and a sperm. So we are taking that from the mother and the father, and then we are growing up, and we call this as a food body. Why? Because it's the food which makes us grow up, like that. So we call it as a food body. Now we grow up into a big human being, right? We also carry the seed. But there may be a stillborn child. You have seen stillborn children, isn't it? The child is stillborn, and there are many a time when people are dead, People die. At childbirth itself, the child dies. You have seen this happen. Now you will wonder, what is it that went away? Why did this child die? So there must be something in that. So this something which sort of goes away. We say the spirit soul left the body. We say these words, okay? we always think that there is a spirit and a soul which goes away. But now use your brains. Think about it. If there is a spirit soul and it has left, and soul in the greater form is called the super soul, we call the super soul as God. The essence of God is in everyone. And we say God is everywhere. Then how is it that the soul has left the body? Do you get the point? The soul cannot leave the body. It is the body which crumbles. Do you understand this? It's the body which falls. It is not that the spirit soul goes away. That means just now there is God here and now he's disappeared from here. How can you say those words? Think about it. God is here just now. He's there everywhere, we say. We say God is everywhere, correct? So the spirit soul is like God, supposedly. We call it what? In Hinduism, we call it Atma. And the super soul is called Paramatma. Paramatma means the bigger part of it, right? Agreed? Now we say Paramatma is everywhere. So just now, if the Atma goes from the body, we say this fellow is dead, Atma left the body. Oh, that means God left the body. Is that what you are trying to say? No. See, understand the essence of what is being mentioned. So even in that dead body, even anything for that matter, air, water, everything, God is in that also, yes or no? So then the dead body has got water, air and everything in it, right or wrong? So the soul is there everywhere, the spirit soul, the soul is everywhere. Then what is it that makes you separate from others? Use your common sense, you will understand what makes you different than others. Is it the bottle or the body, which I mean? Is it the body which makes a difference? I want you to think about it. Just now there is a crate you understand, an entire packet of one liquid, which is basically, I will say, it's water. There are maybe 25 or 30 bottles of water. Now everything has got a label on it. Okay, the label says the name of the water. There are 25 bottles of the same water. Right? Right or wrong? Think. H2O, water, is in every bottle. Individual bottle is making that water inside stay inside. Correct or wrong? So, that bottle of water is having a name. If every bottle over there is named by the same name, let us say it's a bottle of Kinley. Kinley bottle is there, no? So Kinley water is there, or Aquafina or something like that. So we call it Kinley or Aquafina. So all bottles are Kinley or Aquafina. Then what is the difference between each of them? No difference. But as a human being, I told you, you have the spirit soul in you, and your bottle is this, the water bottle is this body of yours. Is there a difference in the body? Yes, of course. There is a difference in every body. Every body. Some are dark colored, some are light colored. Some are having blue eyes, some are having grey eyes, some are having brown eyes, some are having black eyes. So many colors are there. Right? Some are tall, some are short. There is a difference. So every bottle has a little difference in it. But still, you will say that the soul, how can it be different in every individual? This is a question you need to ask yourself. The difference lies in the fact that every individual soul, now see the words, individual souls is separated by a concept which is called subtle body. I hope you understand that. Subtle body. Subtle means it's there, but I don't know it is there. Like subtle. It's there somewhere in the background. And that subtleness is called the spirit soul. Spirit soul. Got it? Now, how is the spirit soul different? Let us say your uncle or aunt dies. Somebody is dead. Say your aunt is dead. 1 year has gone by. And suddenly you see comes in front of you. Does she look like an aunt of yours? Yes. Is that person wearing certain type of clothes? Yeah, my auntie used to wear saris. This person who came in front of me as a ghost is also wearing saris. She is wearing a bindi and she is dressed like this. You say these words, correct or no? And you identify with her characteristics. Her face was like this, her body was like this. Suppose she was a fat person, then she will look like a fat person, correct? But I want you to understand this. She died 1 year ago. Why is she still wearing the same sari? You know, a woman changes her bindi every time. Why is this ghost wearing a bindi? Why is she wearing that particular type of a yellow or a red sari? Why she hasn't aged? Age. 1 year has gone. At least she should have white hair. Why is she not aged? Why is that constancy in there? Has it ever occurred to you that this sounds very fishy? Why is it that somebody who is dead and gone looks the same even after dead and gone? Now I want you to think about this. So Sai Baba, Shirdi Sai Baba, was wearing a kafani in 1918 when he died. 1918 he died. When? 104 years ago he died. Today you are seeing him. Why is he still wearing the same kafni? Why his hairs are still the same? Why his body has not changed? Doesn't that sound fishy to you? Let us look at another thing. If God comes in front of you, and he was here 2000 years ago or 5000 years ago. Now 5000 years ago dress style was different than today's dress style or no? Today if he is coming, why is he carrying Dhanushyaban or Gada or something like that? I want you to understand this. Why is he carrying those weapons? And why is he wearing a very peculiar dress which was reminiscent of 5000 or 7000 years ago? Why is he wearing that dress today? 7000 years ago or 5000 years ago have gone or 2000 years ago have gone. Should he not be wearing the modern dress? Common sense will tell you, why are we still sticking to that concept? Do you understand this? This question you need to ask, because like idiots we have never asked this question. Have you ever asked this question to your father, mother or some Guruji or some such kind of a person? Why does Sri Ram look the same after so many years? Why does Sri Krishna look the same? Why is he wearing same garments? Why is Sai Baba wearing kafni even today? Why is your auntie who died 10 years ago, your auntie died, she was wearing a red color sari when she died. Why is she wearing red color sari today again? Why is common sense not working in y'all? And why is she behaving exactly like this? She should be 10 years later, no? She should be like an old woman, she should be coming. But she is coming like a young person. Why is that happening? Doesn't that tell you there is something fishy over there? Questioning in spirituality is extremely important. And if you don't question, you are the person who has no knowledge. Your children are going to learn the same thing. Oh, my God looks like this only. I hope you understand this. If God comes and stands in front of you today, do you think he is going to be dressed 5,000 years ago what he was dressed in? So please don't be under this impression that God comes and stands in front of you, he is going to wear the same clothes. If you are changing your clothes every day, why is God not changing his clothes? Why is he looking the same? If he is coming today, what is his weapons that he is going to carry? He will maybe have an iPhone with him, you know. Imagine God with an iPhone. Think about it. You have never questioned. And the importance of spirituality is Quest. Quest. Quest means questioning everything. Question everything. Why are you like this? The answer is there. But somebody has to give you the answer. The answer is there in this line. Beyond the gross concept of form, gross means the physical body of ours, there is another form. Subtle conception of form, which is without formal shape and is unseen. This particular form has no shape and it cannot be seen with your naked eyes. Do you understand this? There is a form which cannot be understood because it is not seen and it is having no formal shape. Unheard and unmanifest. We have not heard about this form and it is not having a manifest shape. So it is not having a head, a body, hands and stuff like that. So this particular unmanifest form has no body, no shape, it has no ears, nose and all those things. How do you recognize this subtle form? The living being has his form beyond this subtlety, otherwise he would not have repeated births. Now I hope you understand, you also have a form which is subtle, which cannot be understood by you. Just now, because you are using your common intellect, which is teaching you ABCD and you have been an engineer or a doctor or whoever, you are learning what you have been taught. So-called you have been brainwashed into thinking like that. But you have a subtle form and a subtle body which you have never understood. So naturally, when you take another shape, this subtle form is going to go to that one, isn't it? So how crazy does it sound when you look at your dead aunt or uncle coming in front of you wearing the same clothes which when they died before they were wearing the same clothes. So there is a problem in this world which cannot be explained simply. Ask yourself, why is this? All right? Now, you also have a subtle form. That is why you can take other bodies. That is why you take rebirth. And you can take another form also because you don't have a subtle body in the form of the physical body like this. All right? So how is this subtle body? Nobody can explain. Nobody, because physically if I try to tell you it's omniscient, nothing will go in your head. It is called unmanifest. Do you understand unmanifest? Nobody understands what is unmanifest. It doesn't have attributes. Oh, if it doesn't have attributes, how do I know what it is? So we don't know. That is the idea. Now let us see what happens in the next verse. So we are doing verse 33, Canto 1, Chapter 3, Srimad Bhagavatam. Whenever a person experiences by self-realization that both the gross and the subtle bodies have nothing to do with the pure self, at that time he sees himself as well as the Lord. Now, here comes the kicker. Every human being has a physical body which you can touch, feel and see and all that, and you have a subtle body. These two are separate. Okay? It is only when you get realization, only when you become self-realized, then you will know that that body and the subtle body, whatever the subtle form that is there, has nothing to do with God, has nothing to do with God, or in this way we say SELF, self. He has nothing to do with the self. But when you become self-realized, when you get self-realization, then something unique happens. You can see the Lord. You can see God. On realization, man sees God. Now when I say he sees God, it's written over here, he sees himself as well as the Lord. So then what actually happened? What happened is this. You have started believing in your body and you call yourself a name. Correct? You say that you have a name or no? Everybody has a name. And every person who has a name has a family also. I have a father, I have a mother, I have a husband, I have a wife, I have children, I have a house, I stay in this country. So many things is defining you, correct? After you are dead, what happens? After you are dead, there is no father, there is no mother. There are no children. Can you do anything to them? You can't do anything to anybody. You can't even say, I am staying in India. You are a bhoot, pret. You are a ghost. You don't have a country. Got the point or no? Right? If I bottle you, you will be called as a spirit. Maybe a liquor bottle. That's a joke, stupid joke. Okay, but you don't have a body. Can you say this is my country? This is my house? You are dead and gone, sir. You are dead, you are gone, you are finished. Nobody cares a damn about you. All your relatives are going to be killing each other for your property. And like an idiot, you gathered so much of money, so much of properties. So when you die, what happened? Are you staying in those places? No, you are not. Then what is this thing that you are talking about? That I have a property, I have wife, I have children, I have mother, I have father. Sir, in the next life, if you are reborn, you are born as a donkey. You will have a separate mother and father, no? Donkey, mother and father, yes or no? If you are born as a monkey, can't say no. So then how can you say this is your father and mother? In every life you will have a new father and mother. New. Brand new. In every life you will have different children. This is my baby. This is my baby. Today you are hankering after your baby. In your next life you will have a monkey baby because you are a monkey. right? Today you are a human being, you have a human baby. Tomorrow you are a monkey, you will have a monkey baby. Let us forget that you are a monkey. But today, let us say you are in India. Okay? You have an Indian child, right? My baby, my baby, my baby. Tomorrow you are dead. And you may be born in a very distant land. You are born in Africa. And your color skin is dark in color. Now you are going to have dark babies, black babies. Right or wrong? That was a fair baby. This is a dark baby. Now which baby is yours? Common sense will tell you that nobody is yours in this world. When you are born also nobody is yours. When you are dead also nothing is yours. So please don't keep on thinking that this is my mother, this is my father, this is my children. Today you have an Indian child, tomorrow you will have an African child, after tomorrow you will have an Australian child. In every rebirth, and maybe after that Elon Musk will take you to Mars. And in Mars you will have another Martian baby. Come on. This is what it means. So every time when you are dead and gone, the same ownership is not there for anything. So what is dead and gone? So here he explains what is dead and gone is nothing but the subtle body also is gone. Subtle body. And that subtle body takes another form. The subtle body takes another form. Why does it take another form? It takes another form because you own it. You have ownership of it. Now you will have to understand how this ownership happens. You know, many years after your school, you were in school, say in 90s or 2000. Now you are going back to your alma mater, you are going to your school, and then you are looking at the school building, and then you enter the class where you were sitting. You know, your classroom. You know, when you are sitting in the classroom, you had dug your name in a place. Okay, on the desk. You have written your name. You know how many people do that? Have you not seen idiots will go and write the name on a tree? And they will draw one heart with one arrow in it, saying that this one loves that one, something like that we do, no? As a kid we have done these things, you know, everybody in their youth also have done this. So they will write all these old places. If you go to any of these ruins of some places, you will find all these idiots have carved their name as if it's going to go till eternity. It's not going to happen. So don't bother writing your name anywhere, because the name is only of your body, and tomorrow if you go and become something else, your name will change, isn't it? Right or wrong? Today your name is X, tomorrow your name can be Y. Because you have changed your country, you have changed your religion, you have changed whatever you want to. Now you become a Martian. Okay? You can name your child A, B, C, D to Z, whatever. My name is Z or Z. Tomorrow you can call yourself that, or maybe pi r square, because you are a mathematician. So my name is pi r square. So what is this name carving that you do? So think about it. So you have gone to this school and you have seen your name carved on it, and you have nostalgia about it. You know, I used to sit on this bench. You know, this teacher used to teach us this class, and from here I would throw stones at her, or, you know, throw chalk at her. Something or the other you will do. You are still carrying the remnants of that memory with you. Isn't that what you are doing? Now I want you to think about this. If you, like an idiot, is carrying the remnants of your memory, you meet your ex on the street, ex, you know, ex-boyfriend, girlfriend and all. Suppose you meet the ex on the street. Oh, what are you doing nowadays? Oh, I am, estate agent, I look after properties. And who is this other girl with you? That's his wife. That's my wife, you know. Okay. Do you feel that, because you may have had a bad relationship with this idiot, and naturally you feel like garroting him or murdering him over there. Isn't that what you would like to do? But let us say there is another person, you wanted to get married to this idiot, and he is married to somebody else, and now because of no choice in your life, you have got married to your own idiot. And when you meet this person, you know that flutter will come. Oh, I wish I was there with them. Oh my God, why are you having this kind of a thing? No, nostalgia, memories. These memories are raked up. So this example I have given you for you to understand how, like an idiot, you carry your memories forward. So in this life, you have created memories which are so powerful and strong. Maybe you hated your spouse. You really hate your spouse so much that you may want to not live with her or him for even 1 minute. Now, after many years, you are dead and gone. And that bitterness is there in you. I hate this person, I hate this person, I hate this person, I hate this person. In your next life, you are going to meet the same person because of the memories that you are carrying with you. It's the database is still intact. What does the database say? I hate this person. I had a divorce from him because he beat me, because he did this to me, because he did that to me. I wish I could have, done something to him. And this I wish I could have done is called the desire. And when you die with a desire and you feel, that you are left behind something, you are going to be reborn again so that you can meet the same person all over again. So that you can fulfill your desires. What are you going to do? You are going to fulfill your desires. Right? And now you are going to take that person's place. Suppose he has beaten you. In the next life, your ardent wish is, I want to beat him. So in that next life of yours, you are going to be born so that you can beat the out of him. Understood? So when you create memories, these memories are going to haunt you till the next and the next and the next and the next and the next life. Because does this enmity end over there in the next life? I want you to think. He beat you up in life number 1. In life number 2, you are beating him. Doesn't he have this thought in his mind, I want to get even with her or him? So are you not sanctioning yourself one more life? In which life of yours is this going to end? Tell me. It is never going to end. Because you are carrying the past memories of that person. I hope you understand this. If you have a bitter childhood, you hate your father, your mother or whoever, and you are carrying these memories with you, you are going to be the father or the mother of this same person in your next life, and you are going to behave exactly the way that person has behaved with you, and you will have the same experience of that person. And then that person will think in his own life, I wish I can get even with this idiot. And then you will be born again in the next life and again in the next life, because you want to have a continuum. And this is called the memory, which is going from one to the other, to the other, to the other, and we call it as karma. Why would you want to do that? And that is embedded, is a software. It's a software. It's an embedded software inside of you. And it is embedded inside this subtle body. Subtle body means you can't see that. Now, when you have a computer, do you see what is the all those finer things inside your the circuit board? You see that? No. You're only looking at the what? The image over there. That's it. Have you opened your computer to see how the lines are going, how the transistors are working? You have not seen any of those things. In the same manner, your subtle body carries these impressions. They are called past life impressions. And that is the reason why you keep on meeting the same person over and over and over again and again and again, and you are never going to get free. The day you realize you are not the body, you are not even this subtle body, that day he says that person will experience self-realization. Please do not think you are the body. Please do not think you are the subtle body also. Don't keep on having desires and having different kinds of things in your life. I want to get even with this person. I would like to love this person forever and ever and ever. See, in this life, suppose you are a very loving soul. You love your husband and or maybe the husband loves the wife. Next life you think it's going to be the same? Not necessarily. So there is a problem there. So kindly be very clear about what you want and what you don't want. So the best thing to do is not even have a desire. I hope you get this point very clear. So self-realization is knowing that I am not the body, I am not the subtle body, but I am the divine essence of the Lord. And that is the reason why I see the Lord separately. And when I see the Lord separately, when I see God separately, that self-realization will teach me I should have no attachment to the body whatsoever. So whatever happens in this world happens because of certain things which are supposed to happen. And why, wherefore, it's not our job to think. So self-realization is what everybody aims for in spirituality. Then when you get self-realized, you are not going to have rebirth. You are not going to meet the same idiot again. Do you get the point or no? The same father, mother, brother, sister, husband, wife, children, nobody you are not going to meet. You are not even going to become a monkey. You are not going to be born in Africa. You are not going to be born in Mars also. You are not going to become a Martian. Got the point? So he says, you see yourself separate than the subtle body and the physical body, and then you become one with the divine, and that is called self-realization. So we have come to the end of verse 33. We will stop over here.
Recording stopped.